Okay, this is Robert Custer, ROB. Okay, let me start all over. My name is Robert Custer, ROBERTCUSTER, and I have decided to run for President of the United States in the year 2020. So this is a video that I'm going to be doing to let you know about some of the ideas that I have. Let's start with the most important one, our economic system. What I plan to do is number one, and number one has two parts. First part of number one, stop shipping jobs overseas. The more jobs we ship overseas, the less jobs that we have here in America. So we need to put that to an end. The next thing that we need to do is replace those jobs with jobs people can do and want to do. The second thing that we need to do, the second thing we need to do is we need to get the US currency backed by something of real intrinsic value, like gold, silver, and other precious metals. Back in 1971, Nixon closed the gold window. I say it's time to reopen it because with the purchasing power of the US currency deflating and almost gone, we need to give it life. We need to take it off life support and give it life. So we need to open the gold window again. And finally, the third thing that we need to do is we need to do what I like to call don't let history repeat itself. We know what we did to get into this economic disaster. Let's do whatever it takes by making smarter choices with our money, stuff like that, so that we don't get back into this economic disaster. Let's talk about healthcare costs. In America, healthcare, let's talk about healthcare first, then we'll talk about the costs. Healthcare is just a disaster area. It's like a wasteland. In America, we're only given two options for the most part. Well, actually three, depending upon how you look at it. Drugs, or live with it. You know, sure, people know about natural cures, but because of our FTC and our FDA, you know, it's like we have to tiptoe around just to use them. When I'm elected, that nonsense is going to stop. It really is. That nonsense has got to stop. So we're going to slowly, gradually work into providing more natural health clinics, more natural medicine, and stuff like that, while at the same time getting rid of the medical industry. Now, I know that seems harsh because people need it for emergency situations, and I'm looking into that as far as natural emergency situations, how to take care of emergency situations the natural way. I've been a researcher for 26 years, so I can get the job done. Second of all, the costs. They say that there are so many people who cannot afford their meds. Well, if elected, the natural cures and the natural meds will be so low, and I'm talking about $10 a month for natural medicines and natural cures. And as far as copay goes, that's also going to be 10. So healthcare costs is going to be reasonable. Second of all, what I want to do is, in America, we're told where to vote because of where we live. Well, I say that that has got to stop. That has got to stop right now. Because in my opinion, and you could decide whether you agree with me or not on any of these topics, but in my opinion, that takes away one of our US constitutional freedoms, which is freedom of choice. Now, Donald Trump came up with a good idea, and I hope that when he's elected, he does what he says he's going to do if he gets elected. And to tell you the truth, I prefer him over Clinton any day. But he said that he would make it so that kids can go to any school their parents want them to go to. They don't have to go to a certain school just because of where they live. That is a beautiful idea. And if he's elected, I pray to God that he does that, because that is so beautiful. I love that concept. So if he doesn't do that, I will. But combine that with being able to vote wherever you want, doesn't matter where you live, any place you decide to vote, you should be able to go there and vote. And I do mean absolutely anybody should be able to decide where to vote. Another thing I want to do is improve the food in our school systems. Our school systems say that they serve healthy foods because they've got canned peaches and stuff like that. But what they don't tell you is that that food's not healthy, okay? It's got a lot of preservatives in it. And preservatives, ooh, got a little tongue-tied there. Preservatives are actually going to damage your health. So what we need to do is get fresh fruits and vegetables, have the people who fix the food actually cook, okay? Use the New Wave oven, New Wave PIC, which I will make grant forms available to the public school systems in order to order those things from the websites, okay? Now, you know, we need to get Fiji water in the school systems as well. Now, I'm talking about every grade level. Oh, and another topic that I feel is so important. In America, the US government is trying to take phonics out of the school systems. That is so stupid, it's almost comical. They come in, and I'm talking about first and second and third graders. They come in 2 times a day with paper cups, and you're not told this, okay? But they come in, the nurses do, 2 times a day with paper cups, and they say, kids, time for your meds. Time for your meds? It's not an old person's home, okay? But they give the children Ritalin because they want to dumb down the children, because they know that they can take advantage of our children, which are the future. Okay? Another thing that I want to do, oh, before I move on to that, did you know that changing the foods and eating healthy foods in the school system actually helps with psychological behavior. Yeah, I mean, the outbursts and other psychological and emotional problems will severely go down, okay? The next topic I want to talk to you about is bullying support programs in the school system. We need to put bullying support systems in the school system, okay? That's very important because bullying is at an escalated level and it's got to stop. And the best way to get it to stop is to get those in the school system. But until that happens, the best way to protect yourself is to just ignore it, basically. Because if you don't give the bully, the reaction that they want, they're just going to go find somebody else that will. And if everybody does that, kiss bullying goodbye. The last topic I want to talk to you about today, and I'll be back with more, in the future. But the last topic I want to talk to you about today is the cost of education. I will be putting together grant applications for the parents to sign and fill out and sign where government grants will be used to pay for their children's education. Okay? I feel that parents should not have to pay for their kids' school system, their kids' schooling. We need to get teachers in there, and I'm sure there's still some in there, but they're starting to deteriorate. We need to get teachers in there and school administrators in there that are there for the children and not just to feed their own ego and not to basically make a ton of money. We need to get teachers in there who actually care about the kids getting the education that they need. Okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Well, like I said, that was the last topic, but I will be back with some more great info on what I plan to do when I run for President of the United States in the year 2020. And I will be running as a Republican. Okay? So, Donald Trump, if you're elected, look out, buddy. Here I come.